Hey guys, welcome back for our daily practice questions, Mother's Day edition. As always, y'all know I like to get into my introduction and disclaimer before getting into our questions for today. So, for those of you who are familiar with me, hey y'all. For those of you who are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Dr. Brittany Weinstock, and I am the founder and CEO of the Nursing Studio. I'm also a mother of three sweet girls, Layla, Ava, and Grace. But you guys, with the Nursing Studio, I provide resources, tools, videos, review books, and more to assist nurses as well as nurse practitioners with success on boards as well as in practice. I've been doing this since 2015, you guys, helping nurse practitioners and nurses internationally with success on boards and as well as in practice. And if you need any assistance, I'm happy to help you guys as well. We have a 99% pass rate with our comprehensive review, and we have a 100% pass rate on our one on one sessions and plans. Now, y'all know I always give my disclaimer and reminder before getting into our questions. Just reminding you, there's no absolute in medicine. We treat on a patient by patient basis, and any of the questions that I have designed are based on the guidelines that are currently being tested on the ANCC as well as AANP exam. Now, any of the videos that I do that talk about what we currently do in practice, I will always say that so there's no confusion. But with that being said, let's get into our Mother's Day edition questions. And again, happy Mother's Day, you guys. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I hope your day is as special as you are. And if you have difficulty with the day, be it grieving or other things that may make this day a little bit more difficult for you guys, I am praying that God provides you with the peace and joy that you need to get through this time and to be able to continue to shine your light for the beautiful person that you are. So I hope that y'all have an amazing day. But with that being said, let's get into our question. Question number one states a 24-year-old female patient states that she just realized that she forgot to take her birth control pill on yesterday. She is inquiring on what to do. What is the best response by the nurse practitioner? Is it A, take both tablets now? B, take one tablet as soon as you remember and take the other tablet later today? C, skip the missed dose and continue with today's pill? Or D, stop. A new birth control pack will need to be started. Take a moment and tell me what you got in the comments, you guys. All right, you guys. So, stemming the question states, what is the best response by the nurse practitioner? All right. So, what are we responding to, y'all? So, a 24-year-old female has reached out, letting us know that she has forgotten to take her birth control pill. She has missed one dose, and she wants to know what to do. So, the best answer is B. Have her to take one pill as soon as she remembers, and then take the other pill later that evening. That'll have her caught up. If two doses are missed, you will still take one as soon as you remember and take the other dose later that evening. And then tomorrow, take one first thing in the morning and then take that day's dose that evening. And that will then have her caught up. Now, if she missed three doses, and you probably heard me say this before, but when I was preparing for boards 10 years ago, y'all, I laugh because this is how I always think of it. I did all of the reviews, but I remember Barkley saying, if you miss three doses, buy a crib. Like for real. So if we can tell you what to do if you miss one or two doses, but three, listen, we got to do something different. And also make sure that you tell them to use other contraceptive measures as well as, when they're missing these doses as well. But y'all see my little spin, my vibe for Mother's Day. That's my silliness for Mother's Day edition. All right, question number two. A 30-year-old female presents to the office today for follow up. She states that her mother was diagnosed with breast cancer when she was 40 years of age and wants to know when she should begin getting mammograms. What is the best response by the nurse practitioner? Is it A, mammograms should be started at the age of 40? B, guidelines now recommend mammograms at the age of 50? C, you should start now as your mother was diagnosed at 40? Or D, you should start at 35 as your mother was diagnosed at 40? Take a moment and tell me what you got in the comments, you guys. All right, you guys. So, stemming the question states, what is the best response by the nurse practitioner? Again, what are we responding to? So, we have a 30-year-old female who was in the office today. Mother was diagnosed with cancer at the age of 40, and she's looking to see when she should start mammograms. So, if it's a first degree relative who was diagnosed with breast cancer, first degree being mother, grandmother, aunt, sister, then you want them to start 10 years prior to when that person was diagnosed. So C, she should start now because her mother was diagnosed at the age of 40, right? And she's 30. Now, I put those choices A and B on here just to remind you because there is some confusion with the changes of guidelines because um, uh, at 40 is the typical age that we start mammograms, but the latest guidelines state that if there's no risk factors, they can start at the age of 50, just making sure that they know the benefits versus risk. So, come in saying, hey, we typically offer and recommend mammograms at the age of 40. You do not have any risk factors, so you can opt to do it at the age of 50 and get started then. But just know that that gives more time, without screening. So there are the potential that things, may go missed, but you don't have risk factors, so you can make the decision to start at 50. Okay. But again, in this scenario, the best choice is C because her mother was diagnosed at the age of 40, so she needs to start at the age of 30. All right, and lastly, you guys, the nurse practitioner is measuring the patient's fundal height. The patient is 12 weeks pregnant. Where should the fundal height be at this stage? Is it A, the xiphoid process, B, the umbilicus, C, the pubic symphysis, or D, is it measurable at this stage? Take a moment and tell me what you got in the comments, you guys. All right, so stemming the question states the patient is 12 weeks pregnant. Where should the fundal height be at this stage? So, all right, just a little backstory, and I know y'all know what fundal height is, but I like to kind of just give y'all a little tip so you know that you know. So, fundal height is just simply us measuring the distance between the top of the uterus and the patient's pubic bone. It gives an idea of the fetal growth and making sure we're on the right, uh, you know, time growth line, I should say. And so at 24 weeks, typically the fundal height matches in measurement with the weeks. So meaning, and give or take 3 centimeters. But meaning like at 24 weeks, they typically measure at 24 centimeters. Can be 21, 27 centimeters, either or, but you typically measure around that, and that gives you an idea that they're along the right lines of the fetal growth that we should be. Now, at 12 weeks, the answer is C, pubic symphysis. Think about the belly. We're working up as the fetus grows, I should say. And so at 12 weeks, we're at the pubic symphysis. At 20 weeks, we're right at the umbilicus, at the belly button area. And then think about it rising up to around that bra line. So at 36 weeks, we're right at that xiphoid process. Now, when mother has the little baby, about 24 hours afterwards, postpartum, we're back down to the umbilicus. Okay. All right, you guys. I hope you found this helpful. I try to give a little women's health for our Mother's Day edition. But as always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share with whomever you may think may find this beneficial as well. Happy Mother's Day again, you guys. But make sure y'all meet me back here. And if you need any of our material and resources, give us a call at 803-400-6864. You can also shoot a text to that number or shoot us an email at thenursingstudio1@gmail.com. If you would like our review book option, either the ebook or the paperback, both of those are linked in the bio of this channel. This is broken down. It's a short and sweet way. I always teach an assessment, diagnosis, evaluation, and treatment. These resources are designed for that, in that fashion, for quick studying on the go. And then there's an interactive section that is fill in the blank to help gauge and test in that same format: assessment, diagnosis, evaluation, and treatment. And then there's practice questions in the back with rationales. Okay. There's also for each system like a brief little medication section because I'm big on you studying pharm with the diagnoses and not making pharmacology a separate system or area to review. Because think about it, if you make it separate, then you're studying the condition and you're studying pharm separately and then trying to bring it back and apply it to the condition. And that just makes it a little bit overwhelming. I also have a self-paced review course that you do it individually. It's broken down by system. It is designed for FNP and AGNP, for the AANP and ANCC exams. There is a non-clinical section, and there's videos. There's a downloadable workbook. You can listen to it on repeat. You can listen to it on the go. People love this just because headed to clinicals, headed to work, at home, cleaning, you can play it on any devices and just listen to it broken down by systems. So that's an option. And then there is the 5 week option. We're concluding a 5 week group course right now. Our next one starts June the 10th. I believe I have one more slot available because I capped this one at 15 students, just simply because there is an individual week where I work with you guys to gauge where you are, your exam readiness, and giving you the feedback and advice where to move forward. Because during this 5 weeks, we break down with assignments, we do weekly live sessions, but you know how you take a course and you're just like, all right, I got the information, but I don't know if I'm ready, etc. Well, that last week is what we spend individually for that. And again, that starts June the 10th. The link is in the description to enroll in that. And there are one-on-one sessions are based off of weaknesses or the custom plan to gauge from your unsuccessful to successful attempt. And so with that, just give us a call or shoot us an email because this is really gauged on where you are and what you're needing. And then we can design and tell you how we can work with you one-on-one. And the pricing structure is based off of that as well. But again, give us a call or shoot us an email or access the links as needed. But again, enjoy the rest of your day. Happy studying. Bye, y'all.